Hey guys, welcome to our pop-up training. I'm going to be showing you how to add some pop-ups, also some top banners to your website using Divi theme. I've got a couple plugin suggestions. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to get my screen sharing and we can get into it. Oh yeah, let me know who's here live in the chat. Share the screen. Cool. So we are going to be using, this is a website we designed together last month, a couple weeks back, and I'm going to show you guys how to create a pop-up that when you click a button, how to create a timed pop-up that shows up on the screen after a certain amount of time, how to create an exit pop-up so when someone goes to exit they can leave, and then also like a top banner, like say if you have a promotion you want to share, for example, you can see it like on Marie Forleo's website. She's got this little section at the top. I'm going to show you guys how to do that too. So we're going to go through a couple things today. And yeah, we can jump in. Watch one sec. See if you guys. Hi. Awesome. So let's go into our backend here of WordPress. Again, I'm using Divi theme. I'm going to be using a plugin. Also going to be using Divi 4's new header option, which will make the top part as well. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Bloom. So Bloom is a free plugin that comes with Divi theme. If you go to your Elegant Themes account, after you've purchased, you can go to My Downloads, and you can see that Bloom comes as one of their extra downloads for free. Also says it works with any theme, so it doesn't, if you're not using Divi, you can use this as well. I use this pop-up on my own website, so you can see here. I'll show you guys how I'm using it. You can see here these buttons here. So we'll click, and then you create a pop-up to sign up for this training. The reason I set these up like that instead of going to a landing page is it's proven that that two-step, the pop-up will grab more leads, or get you more leads, get you more conversions if you do have that pop-up. So that's why I do it that way. So let's jump into Bloom. There are other options too. So Bloom I find can be a little limited just design-wise, but for a free plugin that comes with Divi, it actually works really, really well. And I feel like there are a lot of sort of pop-up plugins that are a little bit glitchy. There was one actually I was using before called Divi Overlays, and I've been using it, but I actually am not a huge fan of it anymore because it's a bit glitchy. I find it just, sometimes it loads really funny. So anyway, I like this one because it usually gives me a consistent look to it. Another option is Popup Monster. The only thing about that one is it's fairly expensive. I think it's like over $200 a year for this one. But if you want something that's a little bit more, you can have way more options, way more like you can change the design, you can change way more with it. Popup Monster is definitely like tried and true, great plugin as well. Used it a couple years ago, but not using it now just because the price is a little bit more, and I'm pretty happy with what I got. Okay, so let me just see what's going on here. Let's go back to our website. So, oh, not this one. All right, so once you install and activate the plugin, you'll see that there's a Bloom option on the side here. And I'm going to create a new opt-in. And you can see here there's tons of options here. We have pop-up, fly-in, below post, inline, lock content widget. I never use any of these ones, inline, lock content widget, below post. I don't use any of this stuff. Although I could see below post would be nice to have like below your blog posts. But pop-up is what we're going to focus on today. Also, fly-in is good for like having a little side fly. I don't really use that one much either, but let's use the pop-up today. So let's give it a name. I'm just going to call it pop-up. This is where you're going to integrate your email. So for example, I'm using MailerLite. There's a bunch of different, actually kind of interestingly, I was looking to switch over my my email list, and I actually found MailerLite through this list and was super impressed with it. I actually love MailerLite so much. It's like I was using Drip before and paying a lot, and actually I get a very similar functionality for what I can do for like a fraction of the price. So I use MailerLite. But if yours isn't in here, they have a custom HTML form. So what you can do here is just copy and paste your form fields in here, and it should work as well. I've worked on that with some clients. For those who don't have an integration, yeah, so we're going to choose MailerLite, add account. I don't have this set up. I'll just set up now. You're going to need your account name, API key. I didn't pre-do this. I probably should have pre-set this up so I didn't have to do this right now. I wonder if I can just easily, let's just do custom. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna do, let's just add account. I was gonna make MailerLite account. And maybe I'll just, give me 1 second here as I set this up. Find my API key and all that stuff. Let's do, sorry, I'm not gonna share my screen. Let me do this. Integrations. My oh, great. So back to sharing my screen. So question here says, Sarah, do you know how about pop-up contact form to create that effect? Oh yeah, so the question is, how do you create a pop-up form, like a form people can fill out to create the effect? Yeah, that's a really good question. I've used, to create a form, I've used divi overlays, like I mentioned, that actually anything that you can create, you can, any like module, say text module, contact form module, whatever, you can make it pop up. So I've used divi overlays for that before in the past, but like I said, it's a little bit glitchy. And I should look into, there should be another sort of pop-up. There's definitely a bunch of plugins that just do general pop-up, like will turn anything into a pop-up. I think I was looking at one recently. I'm gonna look in the group at the end of this, the Facebook group. Okay, good question. So let's exit out of this. Oh, I have this, and then I'm gonna choose an email list to connect this to. Choose one of these. So that's connected, and then choose your template. So there's a bunch of templates here. Honestly, a lot of these are pretty much the same. There's not a ton of variation, but it's mostly in color. So the top 5 are really all you have to look at. You can see that you kind of have the image to the left, the opt-in on the bottom, you have the image in the center, opt-in on the bottom, and then you have the opt-in on the side. So I usually do the first one there and then customize it from there. And then I'll just say sign up. So we're going to create, a pop-up. Let's create a general pop-up because we want people to book a free consult. So let's put that in. Okay, so sign up for a free consult. And once I just remove that, I usually just keep it really simple. I'm not going to get rid of the image. Background white. The fonts here, they kind of have like the basic divi fonts. They don't have like the advanced fonts, which is a little bit annoying, but text color, you can square corners or rounded corners. Let's do rounded corners. So you can set the form on bottom on right. Bottom's fine. First name, last, no name field. So you can turn off, you can use email. You can just do the email or add in the name, first and last name if you want, but let's just keep it email. I'm going to change the bucket and text to sign up. What does it say on the website here? Book now. And I got a piece of copywriting advice once that said that your button should always be telling you exactly what you're doing. Like any generic term of like subscribe, people don't get that. Also, there's custom fields here, so you have to pre-create these in your account first. So if I pre-created another field, custom field, which would, let's say, was like, I don't know, a location or something like that, I would have to customize that. And form styling, inline, that's going to make them next to each other versus stacked on top of each other. Style, okay, this is we're going to choose the button color. I use my brand colors. I don't grab it from, it's not pulling like my sort of universal divi colors, so I'm just going to go in here and grab color palette. There we go. So let's make the button this purple color. Paste that in. Button text color, let's make it dark. I think we can customize that a bit more. You have the option of changing the edge style. So that's, I like to point towards like a little bit of a pointing option that will point down towards the opt-in. Footer text, don't need that. Message text, you have successfully subscribed. I usually say something like your link to book or check your email for your link to book. Custom CSS. All right, so let's preview. You can see that there's this little eye icon there. So this looks pretty good. I kind of want to center this text. And let me just see. See how that looks. It's a little bit. If you play with the code a bit, you could probably add in those fonts, but that would take a little bit more. Anyway, looking pretty good. Next up, display settings. So this is the part where we're going to get this to do what we want it to do. So right now it's set up to trigger after time delay, so after 20 seconds. You can see there's lots of options here. Trigger after inactivity, trigger at the bottom of a post, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Trigger after commenting, after scrolling, after purchasing. Oh, that's interesting. So display on a thank you page. Trigger on click, we'll do that one next. Trigger once per session, so that means per person. There, yeah, so only once a day. Hide on mobile, I always like to do that because pop-ups are super annoying on mobile. Auto close after subscribe, let's do that. Display on everything. And you can choose what pages not to have them. So let's just see if this is working. And you can redirect it to a URL, a thank you page too, as well as an option. Okay, what's nice too is you can see the conversions and the impressions, so you can kind of test these out. So let's see if this is working on our homepage. And just as a pop-up. Oh, let's exit the visual builder first. Discard. So 20 seconds in, I should be getting that pop-up on this page. Watch it not work. Should I hit sure? Oops. Oh, there it was, but I missed it. Anyway, you can see after 20 seconds, it popped right up. Now, let's make it, so this one's a little bit more, and definitely for like a pop-up on a page like that, like a time pop-up, probably would want to add in like a nice image on it as well, just so it's a little bit more visually pleasing. So let's go back to the display settings because I want to make it so that when we click this, it will open up. So instead of trigger a time delay, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to do trigger on click, and then you can, it asks you to do this CSS selector thing. So I'm going to put pop up here. I might forget this time. This confuses me a little bit sometimes, so I might do this wrong, but whatever. Display on everything. Make sure everything else is turned off except for trigger on click. I'm going to remove that. I don't know. I want to keep that. That's all I want. Okay, save that. Okay, so that was called dot. The code we added was pop up with CSS. So now we need to go into our page and I go in here into a button, and I just want to make the link a hashtag. I believe it could be hashtag anything. I'll just put pop up. And then I want to go into advanced and CSS ID and classes. And if we go back, you can see that we set up a CSS selector. Okay, so we want to change. Oh no, yeah, I missed a step. So I'm gonna do this. So I missed a step. So I need that little hashtag, the hashtag thing, because that sets it up for being a CSS ID. So if I put pop up here, it should work without the hashtag. And hopefully this works. This is how sometimes I mix this up, sometimes I mess this up, but we will see if it's working. Okay, click, and nothing. Okay. Yeah, so I think I did something. I think I'm missing something. There's always something where I'm like, how does this work? Okay, I'm gonna go into my website because I know it works on there and see what I did wrong. So let's go to the home page and Visual Builder. Okay, so check out the button. Advanced. So class. So the difference between ID and class is ID is going to use a hashtag and class is going to use a period before, like just to differentiate. IDs are like usually for one thing and classes are for usually multiple things. if that makes sense. It's a little more advanced if you don't know CSS and coding. Okay, so let's go into Bloom on my website here. So classes, website button. Oh, oops, 404 page. Okay, so Bloom, and just to mention too, I was using, where am I? Here we go. And display settings, here we go. So I did dot website button, and then I did, okay, so it should have worked, but I'll try the dot instead of the hashtag, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe I wasn't supposed to use a hashtag. Maybe, okay, let's do dot popup and see if that works. Save and exit. And then let's do dot. Oh, so just hashtag, now save that. And then this is going to be dot popup. Oh, no, no dot, I think. Is it? Yeah, no dot. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works. Still not working. Okay, what did I do? Oh, it's still trying to save. Okay, let's try this again. Refreshing. There we go. We got it working. So that was the issue. And now I have this nice pop-up box whenever I want to click a button. Awesome. So the next thing I want to show you guys is the, like, say you want to do a call to action banner. Actually, that's not really a pop-up. So let's look into, you guys were asking about if you wanted like a contact form to pop up. So if you wanted something to pop up that wasn't a email opt-in, you want to grab another plugin to do that. And if I go over to Facebook, I go into the Divi Facebook group a lot. They have some great, fantastic, I pretty much can find whatever problem I want, usually find an answer to it. So let's look up contact form pop-up and see what comes up. Okay, sounds like this is about right. Popup Builder plugin. One iconic one. Pop-ups for Divi. So there's tons of little things you can use here. Pop-ups for Divi. Updated 2 months ago. Okay. Anyway, I usually get, honestly for Divi, I don't use, this looks like it's a free plugin, but unless it's got really a ton of reviews, I don't end up using free plugins just because they're breaking. I know I get support. Oh yeah, this one. So I've used Superfly plugins before. They have this one. Maybe I'll try this one. It's called Simple Overlay Solution. So let's view the demo of this one. Yeah, so this is like you can click and let's look at the demos here. Yeah, so exactly what you're talking about. It looks like you can create whatever you want by clicking through. You can pretty much create whatever you want. And like I said too, I've done this with Divi overlays, but I don't really want to show you guys that because I'm not a fan of the plugin these days. Yeah, so definitely check that out. How much is this? Let's see what the pricing on this is. 25 to 45. So for one license, 25 US dollars. So that's pretty good. So if you do want something a little more custom like that, that's how you do it. Yeah, I think that's also I think they have like a membership option where you can get access to a bunch of the other plugins. But I've used them recently for like their menu, which is really cool. And so far, so good. I really like it as a plugin. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to do also a top like sort of call to action as well. Let's take a look. So again, it was sort of based off, this isn't really a pop-up, but it's kind of like, this kind of category is in the category of like these little extra things on your website. So, excuse me. So let's go to, this is actually quite easy with the new, with the new divi theme builder. So under divi, you go into theme builder. I did a review of the new, this is the new divi 4. You can add a global header and you can make it look however you want. So let's just go in there. Right now we have exit, leave, where is, so right now this is what we have. So let's add a nice little, another bar here. So let's go in here. Let's change the background color. This is also not picking up my, okay, good. We'll do purple. And let's do, let's get rid of that. Let's add in a text area. I'm gonna say, join my latest online class, let's say, and then let's, this could be like a call out to anything that you're working on, anything that you want to highlight, but you don't want to like take over the whole page. Join my latest online class, that's nice. And actually let's change this so it's 2 column. Yeah, let's do 2 column. And then actually gonna align this to if you ever can't select it, I find you can just double click it. It's a little helpful. Sizing, went to the left here. Right, I mean. Okay. This part I'm gonna add in a button. And join now. And I'm gonna link this to coach. And let's change the, let's change the button styles because this doesn't look good. So let's do white button with, I kind of want to, where's the background? I want this to be not bold, white. This isn't the right font, but I forgot what font we were using. Maybe this one. Oh, that's kind of nice. Do it now. It's really tiny though. Medium. I don't think it's making this bigger. I think I'm going to change this font. I don't think it's going to work. So I just use this one, uppercase. Okay. But where is my border radius? No, where's the border width? Let's do 1 pixel. Oh, cool. It's kind of nice. And I just want this to be a bit bigger. Cool. Now I just want this to, the spacing between is a little off. So let's see if we can change the gutter width here. So long enough, there's kind of a lot of space between those two. I want it to be centered. So let's go to sizing, custom gutter width. There we go. So let's go to, can I do 1.5? 1. Okay, I'm going to do 1, and then I'm going to do a little bit of padding between them. So let's adjust the individual. So column spacing, right, 10. That works out. Nice. Okay. Well, that's good. Now let's save this. Save. And take a peek. There we go. Now we have a nice top header, very top. If we want this to follow us down, there's like, there's a piece of code. So with the new divi 4 navigation, you can't, it doesn't automatically follow you down the page anymore, which is a bit annoying. You can't just set that. So I actually think there is a code for sticky nav. It's fine. That's like a waste of my time. Like, mobile, sticky on mobile. I just want regular. Might be actually be. Let's go to divi theme, sticky header code. Here we go. Always a tutorial for these things. Only make part of your divi header sticky. Cool. That's what I want, because I just want this part to be sticker. So let's see if I can do that. Add the following code to your theme. Okay. Divi Builder, open the header you like to customize. So first step, let's go to theme options. There we go. And then add the following CSS to your, okay, we did that. And then add a ID to the section. Okay, so that's this one here. And I just want to add it to this piece, top one. So ID, oh, copy, paste. Oh, I can just write this out. Not okay. Divi divi sticky header. Okay, done. Next step is add a code module in the header template and add the following code. Okay. I should wonder if this is below or above. Okay, I see. So this should be right in here. Okay. So I'm going to add let's go into the wireframe view. Add a bit of code. Here we go. Okay, now nothing wants to paste for me. Copy and paste. Okay, there we go. Save. Go back and save. All right, let's just make sure I did everything. So we have the code, that's it. Okay, moment of truth. So we save this and we do exit and refresh and see what happens. Cool. So I have like a little bit of the WordPress thing is covering it because I'm logged in. You can see it's following me down the page. That's pretty cool. Very, very nice. I like that. So you can have like your regular nav, and then this other piece can just follow you down. So, cool. All right. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about in terms of pop-ups. Also, you could do this in the footer. For like, I think there's websites with, if you need to have, what's it called? The Amy Porterfield had it, like the, oh yeah, and she has it up at the top here. So she actually has her podcast. So you could do that with Divi as well, where that doesn't follow you down, but you can add whatever you want to the top as well. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Turn off. Yeah, I turn a lot of stuff off on mobile. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. And it can be really simple if you want to use Bloom. It comes with Divi, so pretty sweet and works pretty well. In the past, I've used Lead Pages, which probably, it would be nice to have a little bit more control over Bloom, like in terms of just having a picture, like using some websites have a whole picture that take over the whole site with a pop-up. That's probably a little bit better in terms of what we wanted to do. But yeah, for free, it's pretty awesome. But there are other options, and definitely check out the Divi Facebook group there's tons of recommendations on there too. All right, great. Do you guys have any more questions? Let me know. I'm going to be popping in with some more tutorials. I think I wanted to do a Divi deep dive in the global settings. I want to do next week. Yeah, so look out for that. I have more fun trainings coming at you. Cool. Okay. Hi, Gazelle. I was late. Will there be a replay? Yep, I'll be posting the replay shortly, and you can watch it and see all the pop-ups. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.